Beautiful sunrise there. Morning. Let's get this show on the road.
Good morning. So I sent in the request for Martin's detention from yesterday. He gave us an extra $100. That's $25 an hour. Yep. You know, this industry's so weird because it's like, you would think the truckers should set rates, right? And no, they get no say on rates or setting rates. It's so weird because we're the ones with the equipment, we're providing the service, but we don't get to set the rates. Nobody. Anyhow, looking at the load board this morning, trying to find a reload for Martin. I got a minute to glance at it when I was sitting in construction traffic, and I found a good load. I asked Martin if he wanted to do it, but Martin has no phone service, so I was like, I'm just going to book it. Well, that 9 minutes I waited was 9 minutes too long because it's already gone. What I'm seeing right now, even if you're going out to the middle of like literally nowhere, if the rate's like around that $3 mile, that's gone. It's gone. People pick it up, they take it, they don't care. They're going out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I don't blame them because, you know, it's hard to find loads that are like 3+ a mile right now, at least here in the West Coast. For the FYI files, it was a load out of Linden, Utah. Not spelled the same way as Linden where we live. Lindon? I don't know. But it's going out to, it was just outside of Aberdeen, Washington, so kind of on the coast. I thought, well, Martin might like that because, you know, it's on the coast. It might be cooler because this week it's going to be hot. I think on Monday they're calling for 112. Yeah, it's gonna be hot here all week. It sucks. But yeah, I snoozed and loosed on that one. I am heading home, and I'm going to get right back on that load board and see if I can find something for later today or tomorrow. Ideally, tomorrow pickup would be best, but if it's somewhere close to where he's at and they load later in the day, he should be able to load still today. So we'll keep our fingers crossed, see what we can find, and I'll let you guys know.
Well, looks like we made it to our first drop. Let's go check in. toasty out. Stop 2 don't look as fun. Stop 2 complete. Let's go to Idaho Falls.
I've been sitting here all morning long. Well, not all morning. I took the kids to school. But ever since I got back from school, this right here is exactly where I've been. Staring at this computer, looking at the load board. Missed the load. That was a good opportunity. That one is probably my fault. I took too long to call on it because I was trying to make sure I could find a load out of where it was going. It was going to Iowa, and by the time I found a load that would put together a nice little package, I called and she said, "I'm sorry, I literally just got off the phone and booked the load with somebody else." Bummer. So we're sitting here looking at the load board right now. The dogs are snoring. They're in their crates. They're loud. So our choices to get out of here are either in Idaho Falls with a 125-mile radius or Salt Lake City, 125-mile radius. Not looking good. So I think we're going to hang it up for today. I'll just kind of casually look at it. Martin's going to kind of keep an eye on it because he has nothing to do right now. He's going to be camping out since he can't offload the final load today. I'm glad he got the first 2 off, though. That is amazing. But he's going to camp out for the day and night, and he'll keep an eye on things. I'll kind of keep a casual eye, but the kids are going to be off school here soon. I got to finish editing yesterday's video and get it uploaded for tomorrow. Yes, I said tomorrow. I'm very close to being like literally, we're 2 days off from videos, 2 days off. Keep that in mind, guys, though. I know a lot of you guys like to comment and suggest things and try to help us out, which is awesome and amazing, and we appreciate it. But oftentimes by the time you see our videos, days have passed because I'm not that quick at editing where I can film one day and then get it out that same day. It doesn't happen for me. So we usually run anywhere between, like, I want to say lately, 2 to 4 day difference. $2,800 to go from Woods Cross, Utah, I don't know where that is, to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 1,441 miles. So yeah, so that's 28 divided by 1,448. That works out to $1.93 a mile. And you got to figure we got to drive to Salt Lake City from Idaho Falls, Idaho. So there's deadhead on that. So after you figure in that deadhead, I bet you that's probably about $1.50, $1.60 a mile load. No, thank you. I mean, it gets us where we want to go, but come on, guys, we're trying to run a business here. I know brokers are trying to run a business too, but again, it blows my mind. Why do people that aren't actually hauling the freight and buying the equipment, why do they get to set the prices? I mean, carriers should set prices. I don't know why the trucking industry works this way, but it does. And it's like bananas, absolute bananas. So I've rambled on enough. We're at 4 minutes, 20 seconds. I'm going to go, but positive vibes our way that we can find a load to get Martin out of Idaho and going somewhere. If he can come home, that's okay too, because it is the holiday weekend. I forgot about that. He forgot about that. So that's going to kind of throw a little hitch in it anyway if he goes somewhere else, like gain a load to get out of there. So at least if he came home, we can maybe go to the ocean and do something with the kids, but we'll see what happens. So
not much to see, but this is the old Dad's truck stop that's now a Flying J. So made it to Idaho Falls. We're gonna unload tomorrow. Oh man, relax for a little bit. Might go get some food in there. Been kind of busy all day trying to book a load and trying to get a load out, trying to get a load just anywhere, and it ain't happening tomorrow. I have a load on Thursday, I actually had a load on Thursday. Look at my big nose. Look at it. Alright, I'm gonna go patch my tires. Asshole. I think that's funny. I really do. That's just me. Because I could be a troll like that too, but that's just me. Anyway, so the load we were supposed to take was going to St. Louis, Missouri, right? And I booked it with the broker, and then he just goes dead, right? He says, well, I have to get you approved because we're not set up. Then he just goes dead. So he was texting me, and then he just falls off the face of the earth. So I said, are we good on the load? No response. He said, well, I know what that means. He'd be playing games, right? And it's Circle Logistics. It's another, they're kind of like, they used to be good, but now they're just like TQL. And it was a load going to St. Louis, and it was coming out of Burley, Idaho, so not too far from here. And there really ain't nothing on Idaho Falls, so you're gonna have to bounce out of here. But it's only like 70 miles. Then he texts me back like an hour and a half later. He says, yeah, I just sent you the confirmation. No, you didn't. Another broker that decided to give a load to a carrier for a cheaper price. And I know that because I negotiated a little bit more money on this load, which I'm not going to actually like be that proud of because it wasn't that great. I paid like $2.50 a mile, but it would have got me to the Midwest, and it was a light load. And the other guy probably booked it at his original rate, which was like $2.19 a mile. They probably just took it for that. Because it's an easy light load. It's insulation. And I'm not necessarily that keen on hauling insulation, especially across Wyoming, because that crap is tall and it moves around pretty good. Especially in the wind. It tears that stuff up. But, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's just personal preference, And I feel that's what happened. He just basically booked it with someone else for that same, for the rate he was advertising it at. And when he saw my text, he must have realized that it was probably the carrier he booked it with. He says, yeah, I sent you the confirmation, you should have it. And I checked every single email we have, nothing. So, again, some guy called probably right after me and said, I'll take it for that price. Because he probably said, I got a truck that'll do it for so-and-so. Well, I'll do it cheaper. Go for it, bro. More power to you. You want to run cheap? Go for it. You needed it more than me, I guess. So anyway, we booked the load back on Thursday. Today's Tuesday. It's Tuesday afternoon. I got another drop tomorrow morning. They wouldn't take it today because it's a job site. It's an Amazon job site. So I gotta unload this stuff in the morning, the rest of it, and then we're just gonna bounce down into Utah over by, I'm terrible with this name, Brigham City. And we're gonna load some steel out of there and take it to Minden, Nevada, actually, and that pays, it's $4 a mile going back, so it's not bad considering that everything going into California out of here is like $2.50 a mile right now. And I saw that, so I just scooped it. And Minden, Nevada, for me, I could just go down the back roads. Don't tell the DOT. But that way I avoid the scale. But for me, Minden, Nevada, I just go straight down, basically, home. I'll be empty, so I'll just shoot right out in there. It's a good rate. So far this week's doing pretty good because we got a little bit more money on this load for detention. So, it's actually so far shaping up like an okay week. Even though it's only Tuesday, I'm already, counting my chickens before they hatch, I guess. But I mean, technically I have the load booked and we should be able to haul it just fine. It's pretty warm. It's 95, 96 here. The West Coast is having a major heat wave this week. So we're sitting here wasting our fuel, idling. Yeah, I know. I have an APU at home. Still not on the truck. That's because I'm too busy. I have other stuff. That should have been priority though. I should have got that APU on, and I really should have got that APU on because now summer's almost over and it's like I got a nice bunk heater for winter, but I really needed that APU for summer. I guess call it a little bit of laziness and a little bit of busyness because when I have some downtime, man, I don't want to do anything. I'm already spread thin as is, and I have so many projects yet to do that APU hopefully will make its way on this truck here before next summer. But yeah, just drove from McDermott, Nevada, Oregon line, Nevada on 95 up to kick those 2 stops off, and drove over here to Idaho Falls. It's actually been quite a full day of driving because that's it's not that late yet. It's 3 o'clock my time technically, or like 4 o'clock my time, because this is mountain time. But we ran like 460 miles today, and I'm beat. Those 2 drops, I had to kind of pay attention, so I really couldn't really film much doing them taking that stuff off, because it's kind of thrown on all over the place, and I needed to make sure that they're taking off the right stuff. Because if they took somebody else's stuff off, I'd either have to go back and get it and waste my time, or I wouldn't get paid, So I have to pay attention to that kind of stuff. You got to make sure that they're taking the right stuff. The first stop, those guys were pretty good. The second stop, the guy was kind of, I had to kind of show him what's yours, And so you got to be kind of responsible. So I couldn't really do much filming, but I mean, with the hassle of getting loaded, it definitely was. It wasn't that bad getting unloaded and getting up here. It just threw my day off yesterday, because I probably could have had this kicked off today, but that doesn't mean I could have got reloaded today, because I probably would have got empty pretty late, and I don't think I could have got anything on the truck before everybody closes. And everybody pretty much flatbed. I mean, 3 o'clock they're done. They're not doing anything. Sometimes you might get lucky, but 3 o'clock mostly, and they're just done. So, but this is Landstar guy doing. Weaving in and out of spots. I don't know what tarnation he's doing. But alright. So that's kind of the end of the day for me. I'll walk around the truck here in a bit. I have no idea what this guy's trying to do. He was perfectly lined up. Now he's trying to jackknife into me. I don't know what that is. His first day or what? I mean, he can't be. He's an owner-operator, right? Well, I mean, it's Landstar, so he's an owner-operator. Whatever. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'll talk to you guys later, because Alice is probably gonna be pissed now, because she's gonna have to cut a lot of this out. No, she doesn't get mad. I just like to say that. So I just got a phone call from that broker, Circle Logistics, and yeah, it confirms that he gave it to someone else. He literally just thought I was screwing him over. I was the other carrier. He calls me up and he goes, "What do you mean you booked another load?" I said, "Dude, you never got back to me. Till now you never got back to me. You told me you sent me a carrier, or a confirmation. You don't even have my insurance, so how are you going to send me a carrier, a confirmation, not a carrier. What am I saying? A rate confirmation." And he goes, "Wait, who are you with?" I said, "AM Jazz Trucking." And he goes, "Oh, I never had you on this load." I'm like, "No, you did have me on this load." I said, "I booked it with you for so-and-so, but then I didn't hear anything back from you, so I booked another load." He says, "Oh, okay, we're cool then. Yeah, yeah, you're not the carrier I gave it to." I'm like, "No, I am. I'm the carrier you gave it to, but then you decided to give it to someone else right after I got off the phone with you." "Okay, we're good then. Bye." Yeah, you know what I'm thinking about. I mean, I don't care. After I started thinking about it, because it's Labor Day, the load loaded on Thursday, right? And it went to St. Louis area, Missouri. It loaded on Thursday, but it wouldn't come off my trailer till Tuesday. So I mean, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5 days on a truck for $2.50 a mile. I don't want to do that. I'd rather go home and work on the damn Ford, or go do something with the wife and kids. I mean, I would have done it. Don't get me wrong, I would have done it, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, no, that's not that good of a deal. So, but yeah, it just shows you brokers are scumbags. Not all of them, a lot of them. This guy was your typical scumbag. He sounds like he should be working for TQL. That's his demeanor. That's how he comes off when he talks to you on the phone. Got caught in his own lie, because he's got too many lies going on, and that's what happens when you lie all the time. You get caught. Well, that's what happened to him. But he doesn't care. he gets paid commission. As long as he's making a buck, that's all that matters to him. He doesn't care about carriers. So. All right. Oh man, that sun is intense right now, ain't it? Well, there ain't much left of that load. I'm gonna kick it off tomorrow and be done with it. Get paid.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.